Okay, so I have finished applying wax with my homemade tools. Mostly used my princess tool here because it's all metal and I could stick it in the flame and melt the wax nicely. Just to let you know, during one of my German tutorials, I had tried using a paper clip. It was just so hard to write with. You could use that in a pinch too if you don't have a straight pin. Yeah, so this is what I ended up doing. It was my flower, and I had to add more along the outline of one side because it was lopsided. And I did some dots. I did a ladder. Traditionally that can represent prayer, or then I did an open basket weave, crisscross, good harvest, and then on this side I made a butterfly because the wings are kind of reminiscent of the petals on the flower on the other side. And that can represent new life. So let's put it in my vinegar bath here. Now they pop up because we have double check before you put it in any dye or vinegar, plugged up the hole so it'll float because there's air trapped inside. And I like to weigh mine down with like Old Spice jars, little honey jars filled with water so I don't have to sit there with my spoon in there for a while. Now it's bubbling a little bit, and with this egg I discovered that I needed to manually rub off the brown, so I will do that in a minute here. And then it didn't quite come out all the way in the little cracks, so I got out my little nail brush and I've been using the nail brush to brush inside. Oh, my candle just went out. To brush inside the little nooks and crannies to make sure that it really adheres, or that not adheres, but really comes off. So otherwise, what's the point? Okay, give it a little minute, a little swoosh. Come on, vinegar. Oopsies. Making a mess. Okay, let's see what we've got here now after the first little bit. Coming off a little bit. Let's do a little bit longer. I just realized I don't have plastic under here. This is where I had set up my electric kiskas, my electric tools before. Oh well. Yeah, so in the next tutorial I will show you how to use regular tools and do progressing dye baths. And one could potentially, like I did with this egg, do progressive dyes of the brown. So I covered up the dark brown for the branch and the wing, and then rubbed a little bit just with a paper towel and vinegar to get the lighter parts on his belly and upper wing, and then the lightest color was the final color that I let sit a while in the vinegar bath. And in the end, we're gonna have to go put this underwater, but yeah, that's coming off nicely. See how when you scrub it, it gets in all the nooks and crannies. Doot, 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 doot. Comes off nicely. It's gonna be pretty. Okay, so I'm gonna go run to the bathroom real quick to stop the vinegar from eating away my shell completely. And then I will be back to show you how to take the wax off. And taking the wax off will be good for any of the styles that you do, whether you use the traditional tools or these home hacks or the electric tools. Taking the wax off at the end is all the same process, and it's magic every time. I love it. So, okay, see you in a minute.